Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins and the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, there's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Redskins, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Back to throw. Williams. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kyle Van Noy able to record his 5th sack of the season. Got to hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long. 2nd and 13. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And here a look at the offensive starters for the Redskins.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
He can run for it, and he will. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll roll it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Defensive starters, here they are for Cincinnati. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Williams. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Here come the Bengals now to take over. As we get a peek at the former number 2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here now the offense for the Bengals.
Out of the backfield is Joe Mixon, and he was a valuable commodity coming out of the University of Oklahoma because of his ability to be so versatile. Can run it inside with power, gets to the perimeter and can outrun people. Catches.
Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Point after here coming up. Oh, this is blocked. Oh, the Bengals have got it. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 30, 20, 10, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points.
Yeah, baby. We got it. We got it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for first down.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Trubisky. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Play action. It's Trubisky. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer. Defense.
So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Nixon will try the right side. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Well, look now at our starting defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
This is a unit that understands what needs to be done to stop the run. And they're a team that goes out and executes as well. Yeah, it's the mantra, stop it, but then going out and getting it done. 2 different things. They combine them.
On the delay, here's Harris. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Trubisky now off the bootleg. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
The kick by Marr is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now they'll run on the draw. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Williams. And it's brought in by Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
That ain't working. That Q stuff ain't working.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. Now Williams to throw on 3rd down. It's brought in by Harris. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Trubisky. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Redskins scoop it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Trubisky. And he rifles one incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got you.
Williams now. From the gun, he'll throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Williams.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The numbers for Mixon last week, 18 carries, 54 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard.
Switch gears.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Here's Williams. Off the play fake. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Williams, off play action. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake, Williams. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. Now Williams throwing on 4th down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin White coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Back to throw. Williams got an open man. It's Washington. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Williams. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
On 1st down, Trubisky. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Trubisky to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Open man here is Gentry. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 20-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Deron Payne, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And to give this time to the tailback. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. Williams now looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Here we go, see? Here I come, here I come.
Here's Williams to throw on 2nd down. Complete to Washington. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Damian Harris, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now the try here for the point after. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. That time a 9-play drive. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Trubisky will throw. It's complete. Stills. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup. First down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Bring it up.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
I got it. Tight end right. Tight end right. Three down.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Marr able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now Trubisky. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Now it's Trubisky. Incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hey, you got 3.
2nd and 10. He finds his tight end, Gentry. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now it's Trubisky. Open man is Ross, complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now the kicker fest continues. He's been good, though. Knocked through 4 of them now.
If you're the kickers for these two teams, You know what you're doing next week in practice?
Asking for a pay raise?
Yeah, besides that, you're walking into all the meeting rooms saying, you love us now, don't you? Now you love us because you need us, because that's all we've seen. Kickers scoring all the points.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good.
Partner sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Williams off the play fake. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 28. They go play action here on first down. Washington's got it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
First down, Redskins.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now Williams, off play action, looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. Third down here. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Williams. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Trubisky, and this is incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. That's Stills bringing it in. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Williams. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's now a 21-16 lead. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass, and that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a 2nd and 7. And an alley to run. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Williams now throwing on 3rd and long. But it's brought in by Washington. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Williams operating from the gun. And his throw here's incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Williams going to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw. Williams. His throw incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Looking to throw. Williams. Aguilar has it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Now Williams looking to throw on 2nd down. And his pass incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now they go screen. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Back to throw again. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Callaway, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
On 2nd down now, it's Harris. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the 4th. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2. Now Trubisky to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Williams now. From the gun, he'll throw. And an alley to run. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. In for the score. And the Redskins have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
He took you to school.
Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Here's Williams operating from the gun. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Trubisky. It's caught. Stills, right side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Trubisky. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Boom! All day.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Pass incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Single, slot. Hey, you're running out.
Williams on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Throwing here, Trubisky. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 30 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Here's Trubisky to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. This is Stills on the jet sweep. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. Mixon. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
Let's go.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. And this one's incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
I got 11.
Trubisky will throw, and that is incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time, and now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Trubisky. And that's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The kick by Maher is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, Williams rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Williams escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Washington.
Now Williams on 1st and 10, letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and they haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
Offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down. The 11 yard line.
57 to Mike.
2nd and 11. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And his kick is indeed good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Combo. He's tired of you.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Trubisky. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing now is Trubisky. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. He'll look to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. Fourth down, here's Trubisky, and he finds Stills, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Here we go.
He finds his running back, Mixon. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make this a second down. He's back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So that one will be accepted. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll give it to Mixon, and he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll run with Mixon. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's a run with Mixon. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So it all rests now on the right foot of Brett Maher. From the center of the field, this to win the ball game. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
This is taken near the 13. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.